Hello there, Qckslvrslash here, and today I'm driving my Tier 10 British cruiser, the Minotaur. That's right, I finally got it, and I've played a number of games in it, and think I finally have a grasp on her playstyle, and hopefully you guys agree after seeing this game. Playing alongside a couple division mates that I've picked up, Matt Q and Cody, and Matt's driving his Minotaur with Cody in the Des Moines. And these three cruisers present a horrible opponent to try to play against. For a couple reasons, especially if you're really well coordinated and playing on comms like we are. Because between the two Minotaurs, you can keep yourself continuously smoked. You've got the hydroacoustics of the Minotaurs, and then the Des Moines adds in defensive AA and radar. So you can see way out of that smoke. And you know, you don't even really need the defensive AA because the Minotaur has astounding AA potential if you crank it up. Mine was well over 100, and that was before installing the modules that increase the range. And I do something like 600. I don't even remember what it is right now, but I'll do a full review of this ship eventually, and you'll kind of see how I have it set up. And I have set it up for AA, simply because you have to respect Tier 10 carriers. You may not see them every game, but there's no secondaries on the ship to worry about having to improve, and the main guns pretty much take care of themselves. You can boost their rate of fire. I've personally chosen to boost their range so I can shoot out to 18.3 kilometers, giving me about 3 kilometers after firing where I can't be detected. My detection is 13.4, so correction, almost 5 kilometers that I can't be detected, where I can shoot these guns and just laugh. So one other thing that I love so far about the Minotaur is how quick these turrets are. Now I know I said I was going to eventually retrain the captain and get rid of the turret traverse, and really I don't need it. The turrets are fast enough. I just haven't figured out what tier 2 skill I want in exchange. And part of me figures with maybe new captain skills on the horizon, I'll just wait it out. Because you know when they release the new skills, everyone's captains are going to get retrained for free. So I don't feel like wasting money, and there's nothing I need to fix on this captain right now. So you can see we've thrown some torps over at the A cap, because that's where the enemies were last spotted. And we're kind of just sitting here. We're waiting. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do. We can see that Tirpitz camouflage man over in Alpha, well, south of Alpha. And a Benson definitely went in here at one point. I fired one volley off at the Tirpitz, and maybe a couple more. The rate of fire of these guns is just insane. And you can really rip ships apart, particularly cruisers. If you play a cruiser and you see one of these, do not give them your side. You know, it's bad enough to give the, Neptune or the Edinburgh your side. The Minotaur will mince you. And it just comes down to the rate of fire. And you're going to see that a little later in this game, because I have a moment where I just go, screw it, I'm murdering things. So off the boot here, we get this Benson, and well, he's made a mistake. I don't know that he knew I was in behind there, but you can see, like, I can outshoot him. Like, I have quicker firing guns than the Benson, and definitely do more damage. Pick up my first kill. You can see I've popped my smoke, and next up is this North Carolina. Now you notice I looked over my shoulder for a second there. What I was looking for was to just see where Matt was, because you kind of have to position yourself carefully inside these smokes to fit 3 cruisers, and still have your guns all clear each other. What I should have noticed was that an enemy ship was spotted there, and if you look at A, they are all pushing through A at a pretty good rate. And I didn't pick that up. In fact, none of us did, and we're going to get a bit of a surprise here in a moment when suddenly we've got like a destroyer, a couple battleships and cruisers right on our butts. You can see as a group we've whipped that North Carolina apart. I'm up to 31,000 damage. I start shooting at the Fletcher, and it's any moment here that those ships are going to show up behind us. I can see that Zhao and I'm considering it. I pop the Hydro and I detect torpedoes, and we should have really keyed in right there. Oh crap, there's a threat behind us. And I'm still not really looking there. I looked, I knew the torpedoes were clear, so I'm kind of just chilling out. I start pulling forward, and look at us, those matching ships. And I have spoiled myself. I bought the premium camo on this because it's a ship I'm just going to drive a lot. I have a lot of fun in these British ships. And you can make some really good money at tier 10 with the premium camo mounted, as you'll see at the end of this battle. So I'm kind of trying to figure out how to get an angle on this Zhao. You know, thinking it over. Still don't see that there's 4 ships driving up, and it's right about there when I snap my head over my shoulder, do a bit of a double take and go, ah crap. So I punch my engines. I have no intention of sitting back there, and I go to town on this Fubuki. It's spotted, I can kill it quickly, and it'll be one less ship to deal with. So there's the kill. Now I've got a couple decisions here. I can see a Shimikaze up ahead of me. They're turning off. I do shoot at them a couple times. I look over my shoulder and I go, do I help those guys, or do I let Matt and Cody do their own thing? And you can see they're doing just fine. Cody picked up a kill on the enemy Minotaur. There's actually an enemy Minotaur division on the other team if you look. The Skipper and Duvain. So really things should have been balanced. And what you'll notice there, and I certainly did, is the Zhao's torpedoes just crossed my bow. So I tell the other guys, I'm going for the Zhao. I'm going to take a hit here. But here's the big difference between these two sets of cruisers. The Zhao's waiting for me. He puts a full broadside in. He could have done more damage. But I returned 4 citadels. Second volley and third volley, he is... Oh, I didn't kill him, sorry. 4 volleys. But that's still 4 volleys in the time he got 1. And that's why the Minotaur rips things apart. So I did pop my smoke, figuring North Carolina right ahead of me. I'm going to sit here and start working on him. Not an option. The Shimikaze came around the corner, and really my only option here is charge the Shimikaze. I've got to get behind this island on my right, because that North Carolina and the ships in that smoke are going to rip me apart. I take a big hit, but you can see, look how much health the British repair party is giving me back, because you get... It's amazing. I was down to a quarter health. I'm going to be back up over a half before this is done. And, well, I picked up my 4th kill, 124,000 damage so far. You can see me peppering that North Carolina a little. And unfortunately, my teammate in Matt gets killed by the enemy North Carolina, though it certainly was with the help of that enemy cruiser. And things are pretty much done at this point. We've got the kill lead, we don't have the caps, but we're ahead on points, and, well, there's a cyclone, so this North Carolina is all alone against me. You can see vision just starting to close in. I come around the corner, and I'm locked onto him, firing my guns, and just starting to stack up damage. 2,000 of the first volley, there was like 4,000, another 3,000, and with this sub 3 second reload, I really had no reason to put those torpedoes in the water. I did it mostly because I felt I would just keep running. I would get around the corner, not even waste my time with him, but he still doesn't have his guns over, so I finish him off with my own, and then, happy with my performance, I see no reason to stick around. Got my Kraken, 153,000 damage with 200 shells, 7 citadels, all of which were into the side of that Zhao. That really just... He did the right thing, but what happened is he threw his torpedoes predicting I was charging around the corner. I knew he was there, I slowed up, they went past, and then I came charging around. He really should have been able to take half my health with a good volley, but he clearly didn't hit the right spot. I only took a few thousand damage, and it was over for him. And that's really what makes the Minotaur dangerous, is if it can get the side of your ship, it will pound you into pulp in no time. And that's just something other cruisers can't do. The Des Moines is really the closest example because the Des Moines does have a very good rate of fire, and with 6 of its guns facing forward, it can keep itself pretty safe. The Minotaur, there's no keeping yourself safe, so sometimes playing back in your smoke, shooting long range is the play to make, and other times pure aggression is what gets you the win. So you can be the judges, but 642,000 credits, 8,000 experience, Confederate, Kraken, 153,000 damage, 5 kills, and, well, top of the team, 2,700 experience, and just look at the damage I did to that Zao in a matter of seconds. And that's why I absolutely adore the Minotaur. And the premium camo's paying off too. I took home over 500,000 credits and 8,000 experience for, granted, a commander who doesn't really need the XP, but I definitely need that money. If you guys enjoyed this, consider giving it a thumbs up or subscribing to the channel. I'm striving to hit that 500 mark for my next giveaway. And as always, I'm Qckslvrslash, and I'll have another one for you guys later.